Jomny and the Queeter are gonna go. Queeter. Go at it right now.
All right, queet it up.
Five count.
1,
5
2,
count.
3,
5
4,
count.
Oh,
5.
In hops we trust.
Today, we visit the New Heights Brewing Company, where they love the game of 5 count.
5 count.
Located in the heart of Nashville, New Heights is a compact brewery that creates award-winning beers, rotating barrel-aged beers, first-rate sours, IPAs, rich imperial stouts, and everything in between. Bottom line, they make exceptional beer.
That's right, friends. It's time for an all-new episode of In Hops We Trust. And we are in Nashville, Tennessee today at the New Heights Brewing Company. I'm sitting down with Jeff Fountain, the owner slash head brewer here at New Heights. And I'm also joined by Dustin DeWinter, who is the general manager, and his wife, Katie DeWinter, who is the tasting room manager. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Can't complain?
Can't complain.
It's 11
nice-
o'clock on a Monday and I'm drinking beer.
Drinking
Doesn't get
beer.
much better than that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's snowing.
No. Nashville.
Nashville snowing, right.
Snowing-ish.
It flurried at like 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
so it's snowing. Jeff, we're going to start with you today. You are originally from San Diego, California?
Originally Alabama.
Alabama, okay.
Yeah,
So then you...
all around Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Bud Light drinker, all that kind of stuff. Moved to San Diego, and it was like the holy grail of beer.
Yep.
Instantly changed. 13 years in banking, went out the door real quick, and volunteering in breweries to get on. Kind of is what started.
Yeah.
Home brewing.
Your wife bought you your first homebrew.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
But she likes to hold that over you.
Yeah. We thought that was going to be a little hobby, and it got too big. So.
She might regret it now.
She definitely does now.
Absolutely. So why'd you make the jump from California to Tennessee?
Being from Alabama, we knew we wanted to get back closer to home before setting up roots for this, because you pretty much don't, you can't just leave again. So we visited Nashville, and the four of us, and came down here and absolutely loved it. We had no idea what Nashville was doing 7 years ago when we moved here, but we were right on that wave of it just exploding. But we visited, we liked it, and we were here 3 months later.
Yeah. When did you first break ground at this beautiful facility here?
What would it have been?
First pint we poured in Tennessee, May 23rd, 2016.
The tasting room opened in November of 2016. And so every year we throw like a huge party, but this year with
This
COVID,
year, of course, yeah.
we were still able to have a good crowd, and we tried to keep things, socially distanced as possible.
The coolest thing about this place, kind of the part of our name and everything is neighborhood and kind of community. The area of town that we lived in San Diego was called University Heights. So our name is New Heights. And our logo is a water tower from San Diego with the Nashville skyline. So it's a little bit of kind of where we kind of came up with this idea, where we're from and where we are, which to us means community. So during the shutdown, we have some amazing regulars and customers, and I don't even want to call them customers because they're friends. They took care of us during the shutdown. They would come in and buy more beer than they needed to get us through it.
Beer is a community-based thing, you know?
It's a social thing.
Absolutely, it absolutely is.
I think that's the biggest thing that people say about us is that we're community-based and focused, and some of our Mug Club members have become dear friends where we've gone to their weddings. We really have built a great family base.
Now, this is a family business, very matter-of-factly. This is the first time I think we've had two married couples kind of running the business. What's it like working with your spouses on a day-to-day basis?
I'm going to go get another beer.
The good thing is when you do this, you can do what you want when you want, but you never stop.
Yep.
And when you take it home, there again,
it's not dipping your big toe in the pool. It's diving.
You're right.
Right into the deep end.
It's a lifestyle.
Thank goodness for beer. If you just opened up an accounting firm with your significant other, that would be so boring. But at least we have beer.
I tell people though, I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work.
Yeah.
And there's such a different outlook on life. I get to go to work.
Yeah.
I have fun.
Couple of questions for you, ladies.
Ever wonder what IPA stands for? What makes a sour beer sour? If you want these answers and more, check out Beard Broads. The Broads are back and better than ever in a revamped, retooled, and reloaded new show. They're here to educate you on all things beer. Not only will they be bringing in female guests from the craft industry, but they'll be featuring women from all walks of life and careers. They will be sitting down in the bar at Ambassador Studios, learning about and tasting all different styles of beer. Keep up with the Broads on Instagram and watch all of their episodes in the Beard Broads playlist on the In Hops We Trust YouTube channel. Cheers, Broads.
Let's talk beer, right? Because we all love beer. That's why we're here. So tell me a little bit, what was the first beer you guys brewed as a company?
The first beer we brewed. So I had brewed, I had brewed on a larger system professionally, and I had brewed home brewing 15 gallons, but I had never brewed my recipes on a 15 or 20 barrel brew house. And I knew the beer would be good and drinkable. I just didn't know if it'd be a pale ale or if it'd be an IPA, if it would be too hoppy, where it would be. So we brewed an IPA that was very similar to this one. Hit really close. So we actually ended up changing it and calling it Batch 1, and it was a coffee IPA. So our very first beer was actually a coffee IPA that we did with Crema, who does our coffee and cream beer now. But it turned out pretty good. And so then we, the very next batch after that would have been the IPA, then Nothing Fancy.
What would you say was your favorite brew that you guys either currently have or have had overall? What was your favorite beer to brew?
Double Navigator was a 12-hour boils. That was actually kind of that was a fun beer to brew. It's a long day. I mean, we started at 9:30 and ended at 2:30.
There was a bottle of beer and a skateboard involved.
Oh yeah.
It did not end well.
There were ribs hurt.
Still hurt.
Now let's talk about beers to drink. What are your favorite beers to drink generally?
Barrel-aged gobsmack. But
I'm a hophead. My favorite, it's called Flip Flop Mohawk. Super dry, super bone dry IPA. Yeah, that's my jam.
Katie, what about you? What are your favorite beers?
I love all of Jeff's IPAs. Currently, I'm drinking New Heights IPA, which is our flagship. But before that, I was drinking our Hazy IPA, which is another favorite of mine. So I like both styles a lot, but definitely prefer the West Coast IPAs that Jeff does.
Also, in looking at your website, I saw a section, customized crowlers. And we asked you to prepare 2 of those for us today that we're going to try.
Should we open them right now?
Yeah, let's talk about them and let's
Can I have a
drink
few
the crap
taster
out of
glasses, please?
So the tornado hit, destroyed all of our inventory. So we rebrewed everything, filled the tanks up, sent it to our distributor. COVID hit. We got a lot of beer in house,
and nobody to buy.
No one's buying because no one's open.
So we had to get kind of creative, and what we did was, do you remember Randalls? When people were running beer through the hot Randalls and the flavors and then serving them off tap. So we kind of had an idea to do that with the crowler. Tea or coconut or whatever goes into a bag, goes into the crowler. You have instructions to drink it in 48 hours.
So we did 2 beers with coconut, the coffee and cream, which is this beer, and then added coconut to it. So that's that one. We probably want to start with that one because it's a bit lighter than our Imperial Stout. Let's pop it.
So everybody shh.
God, I love that sound. God, I love it. Who doesn't love drinking at work, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. So coffee and cream, coconut,
Cheers.
24 hours.
Before I sample this, I do want to say, you guys blend flavors maybe the best that I've had since we've been doing this show.
Wow, thank you.
One, thank you.
Woo!
We won't release a thing until it's right. And if it's not right, then we're either going to make it right or we're going to dump it down the drain.
All right.
Which we don't want to do.
Right. Nobody wants that.
Also, the more Dustin drinks, the more Southern his accent comes out, which
Really?
he didn't have when we
Which
lived
is
in
funny
San
because you're
Diego.
from Southern California.
Right, but the more
Which
beer
is
he
500
has,
miles south of the South.
Oh.
It's even good temperature right now because
That's what I'm talking
it's a
about.
little bit warmer, but it makes all of those flavors just really
Cream,
come out.
coconut, coffee. It's all there. All right. So what's the other one we got prepared?
So it's a navel gazer with coffee. Everybody shush. Oh, that was that was awesome.
perfect.
You do that in slow-mo.
These are the things that you can't plan but are so perfect. So perfect when they happen.
Woo!
So what's the story behind Navel Gazer?
You drink a couple of them, you're staring at your navel.
Yep.
And ironically, it means to overthink, and I typically do that. a lot of
Really?
times. So yeah, it kind of worked. It was an irony thing that worked in with the funny thing, and then there's a serious kind of,
Right.
the
The underlying meaning, right?
Yeah.
Let's try this. Navel Gazer.
Oh, I started early. Cheers.
Jeff couldn't wait.
I couldn't either.
It just gives it a little bit of coconutty sweetness. It's not overpowering. It doesn't taste like sunscreen.
No, it cuts through it very nicely.
But this beer, like, we've tweaked a couple of recipes in the past. This one, Jeff just effing nailed it. I sound like a company man, but he makes fucking good beer.
Jeff, Dustin, Katie, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna keep getting drunk on your delicious beer. Hey there, Mac. If you're watching this episode and you say to yourself, "Wow, Ralph, what is that logo on your beanie?" Well, let me tell you, Jack, it's my face. That's right. In Hops We Trust now has its own merchandise, and you can buy it on inhopswetrustfilm.com. That's inhopswetrustfilm.com. Vitamina Vegemin. On the site, you'll find all things ranging from my Hophead logo, the In Hops We Trust logo, and the Beer Broads logo, on items varying from sweatshirts, t-shirts, beanies, to coffee mugs and pictures. So go on to inhopswetrustfilm.com and buy yourself something nice. Tell them Ralph sent you. All right, let's get back into it. Don't look now, everybody. We have 3 new guests here at HEIGHTS Brewing. We're gonna start to my right, your left, with John Arnold, the head of sales. Jarnold, or Jomny, all nicknames he's accrued since working here at New Heights. To his right, we have Mandy Stapleton, or as she's better known, the Red Devil. And to my left, we have Eric Reinsch.
There you go. Very good. That was very good.
As you can tell from his last name, he's Dominican. And he's just an all-around awesome dude. A cellar dweller, and an original Mug Club member. Raise your hand if you've been a Mug Club member here.
Oh,
That's
now I
two.
feel super left out.
I'm embarrassed for you right
I've
now.
never been
Why?
either, so don't feel too left out.
Oh.
John, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah,
As
great.
the sales person here at New Heights, how do you stay ahead of the trends of the beer industry?
We're not really like following a ton of trends. It's more of, when the guys are back there designing these beers, they're thinking of, what do I want to drink when I'm on the other side of the bar? What would we want to drink? And that's really what they're kind of coming up with. So, I mean, it's, the trends don't really affect what we do here. We're here to make good beer and have fun, man. That's our trend. You've tried the beer. Delicious. Hey, from a sales guy, it's easy beer
Sells
to sell.
itself, right?
Yeah, man. I just show up and drink beer with people.
Absolutely.
It's great. So I'm gonna drink a beer with you now.
Absolutely. Cheers.
5 count?
5 count. I'm not.
Not even.
It's not.
Not on camera.
Jesus. Mandy, when did you first hear and start working at New Heights?
So I was a regular here years before employment. I have never been much of a beer drinker, which probably doesn't make sense since I'm the only one double fisting.
I was
Red Devil.
triple fisting earlier.
Okay,
so
great.
let's- yeah.
Great. We're gonna be friends. Yeah, I was just, always more of a, whiskey girl. But when I first came here, this is coffee and cream. I have never been more obsessed with any beer in my life. But I ended up here through a mutual friend and them knowing me as a regular. And every beer that they brew is perfect.
Yeah.
What's the best part about working here, would you say?
The vibe.
The vibe?
The vibe.
I mean, that's sweet. That's great. It's literally the free beer. It's all the
Well,
free
it doesn't
beer.
hurt.
What's the best part about working here?
It doesn't feel like a job at all. I mean, I work as hard as I can, but coming in here, it's like family. So
Those are the kind of jobs you want, right?
every day is different.
Mandy,
Oh, God, what?
you're a singer, I hear.
I am.
So, I mean, this is a first for us on In House. We don't usually have, people of your talent
Well, you-
besides myself.
You just know that, yeah.
So would you sing a little something for us?
Ooh.
What do you want me to sing?
I mean, well, we have a jingle on In Hops
Okay.
that we would
Backstreet
definitely like to. Backstreet Boys. I mean, I
Okay.
would love to get you to sing some Backstreet Boys too.
Oh, I mean,
I know
them all.
I'm gonna load up our jingle
do,
on In
yeah.
Hops.
I really do. In hops we trust.
Hey, that was awesome!
It's the first live music I've seen in almost a year.
That's the first time I've sung in like a
wow.
year.
that's
Absolutely.
Feel good. We're back. Nashville's back.
That's
Nashville's
right.
back, baby.
Nashville's back, baby.
5 count.
Put it in the books.
All right, I'm in for that one. You get that one.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Oh,
No. All right, but thank you guys.
That's how you're gonna end it?
Was it good for you? Because it was great for me.
It was great up to the ending.
yeah.
And I was sorely
It
disappointed.
ended awkwardly. So 5
You know
count.
what it is?
5 count.
Sure.
Cheers.
5 count.
Oh,
Ready? I'm gonna finish it. Ready?
You're toasting with an empty glass. That's bad luck, bro.
2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Done. Now this is a first for In Hops We Trust. The district where New Heights is located in Nashville is actually being named after them. That is unbelievable. That is so cool.
It's unbeerleavable.
Oh my God,
is.
Katie!
There it is.
Yes! Yes!
Very nice. That was good. I like it.
about that one.
I like
That's
it.
more cheese than freaking sand.
So please tell us about that.
Right now, we're kind of considered Sobro, south of Broadway, Hightown. There's like a little section on the map where it's like looks like a slice of pie, but we're sort of outside of that. We're also outside
Hightown, Sobro, not as good as New Heights.
of New Heights.
Nowhere near as good.
We're very excited about it. It's going to bring a lot of attention to this neighborhood.
So if you're in downtown Nashville and you're looking for a great place to grab a beer, come over to the New Heights district and check out the New Heights Brewing Company. Thank you so much for having us today.
It was our pleasure.
As my shirt says, guys, don't be a Richard. Love thy neighbor, more importantly, beer thy neighbor. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. You're already watching it, so we know you're a fan. Just give us a little click. Thank you for watching this episode of In Hops We Trust. And thank y'all for having us here at the New Heights Brewing Company. Sign up.
Cheers.
Drink local, y'all.
In hops we trust.
Want another beer? Check out our channel, In Hops We Trust Film. There you'll get all our latest content, including new episodes, tastings, and all things In Hops related. Cheers! In Hops We Trust is an Ambassador Studios production.